Welcome back to Nick Lenz's Comic Corner, Classic Lessons Known Classics. This is episode number 2949 and Doubleshot number 2843. Once again, two Sandman trades. This one from the main series Sandman, this one from one of the spin-offs. First we have is Sandman Book Two, which contains Sandman Volume 2 issues 21-37, the Sandman Special, Vertigo and Winter's Edge 1, 2, 3. The direction are Season Mist and A Game of You. Yes, 17 straight issues. Of course, Neil Gaiman on the writing here with Kelly Jones, Michael Jones III, Mike Derenberg, Matt Wagner, P.K. Russell, George Pratt, Dick Giordano, Sean McManus, Colin Doran, Brian Tobalt, Sean Welch, Mark Buckingham, John Bolton, Jeffrey Catherine Jones, and Michael Zolli. The cover here is Dave McLean, who does his artwork here. Yes, so these issues are a bit odd, to say the least. Yes. So we have basically meeting up the dream in here, which also includes Cain and Abel, obviously. There's also a weird moment in this book where we have two people. One has the form baby, the other has no baby, and the form baby kills the regular one. I thought that was kind of gross. Yes. Yeah, and there's also an appearance here by... I'm going to find it here soon. So, we also have some bit of transgender stuff in here where one character got sort of a, not exactly a sex change, basically, who knows she is. Where born as Alva, die as Angela. Also, Sandman's got the key to hell. Eventually, he gets a new ruler. Now, I'm going to show up Mazikeen in here. Which, of course, I'm going to explain her in just a minute because basically it's quite interesting because my family comes to this character. There's stuff here, various different angels in here. Also, Sandman's son. He has a son. He gets killed. And he has to be left to die. There's like various different heads over the years, various different people. Yeah. Yeah. There's also a version here of Bizarro's Wizarro. There's also a moment here where they kill some guy and of course he needed to talk, so they cut off his face, take out his eyeballs and his tongue. And they nail it to a wall. It remains there for a lot of these issues. There's a lot of fantasy stuff here, which is probably loose inspiration for Fables. Which I found that to be interesting. For those of you TV show Lucifer, if you're curious, what did the comic version of Mazikeen look like? I'm going to find her here because basically it's because in the cast for the TV show she did not look like this at all. And that's her. That's Mazikeen right there. This one with the foreign face, who is Lucifer's love interest. In the show she isn't. Okay, to explain a little about Mazikeen herself, my cousin named her daughter after this character. One for TV show. And the story goes is that a lot of people are not happy with the fact that she picked this name because all its name was demon. And heck, she told me once, basically, as far as she's giving birth, that you want to change names? Like, no, So, get this. My aunt and uncle don't call her Mazikeen. Nope. They call her Maisie Daisy. Because they're not fans of the name of Mazikeen. They don't like it. So they gave it the nickname Maisie Daisy. A little appropriate. Because, Mazikeen is a demon. She named her daughter. It was her choice to do this. And now, I personally don't have issue with now. I kind of issue with first, I don't have issue at all because she watched TV show Lucifer. Like I did. I, of course, didn't finish watching it per se, but I enjoyed it while I was watching it. And Mazikeen herself on the show didn't have the form face like she had here. Her face is perfectly normal. And also in the show, she was one who removed Lucifer's wings, while in the comic it was Morpheus. My guess is the show could include Morpheus, probably because of legal reasons. But they had to include the wings because it's part of Lucifer's character. So, there's that. But the issues in here are pretty good. But what about the special, over-the-air stuff in here? Aside from the whole fantasy stuff here. There's basically the origin of how Sandman's son got the way he is, of how he lost his head. There's a story in here about these three beautiful women about to sleep with this goat man. Yeah, chasing a goat man reminds me of Philip from, what was it? Oh yeah, Hercules. Yeah, there's a story about him. There's a story in here about Lady Death herself. But it's still a really good book in a nutshell. And I give the book roughly a 9 out of 10. I did recommend the man who's basically the father of my cousin's kids that he should get the Lucifer comic book, which is basically on trade now, including Sandman. Like, he liked the show. Why didn't you check out the comic? He's like, okay. Alright, next up basically is one of the many, many, many spin-offs of Sandman. Hellblazer got the same thing too. He got like 20 to 50 freaking spin-offs. Here we have Books Magic, which contains the short story that basically shows back the pilot of the series and the first 6 issues of Volume 3. Now, yes, Books Magic is a spin-off of Sandman because Neil Gaiman created the series. He did the first volume, but he didn't do the second volume. Second volume, believe it or not, get this, lasted for a total number of 75 issues. You're probably thinking, what is up with that magic number 75? I don't know. There's also Dead Boy Detectives in this universe, but I haven't read Dead Boy Detectives. I have read this. So, this character, his name is Timothy Hunter. And the first book basically just explored him encountering various DC sorcerers. Like Mr. E, basically the Trenchcoat Brigade. That's basically kind of... This book in particular, this is about basically, here's kind of the thing with this book. This book is more like a follow-up to the original miniseries. It ignores the ongoing series. It's like, the way this book is written is like the 75-issue ongoing is in completely different continuity. It's like not canon this one. Because Tim Hunter basically is like, has a prophecy where he'd be evil, but he was talking to his teacher, Dr. Rose, that his only strong desire is look for his mother. And she's like, I got no problem with that. Of course, also at one point his girlfriend in his book was missing, which this actually is the same girlfriend he actually had from, I believe, the first miniseries, even the ongoing too. I think her name is Evan, I think her name is. And yes, they sued the date in the book. And now here's the thing. Do I have a problem with the fact his girlfriend is black in the book. Now, do I have a problem with this? Not really. I've never had a problem with mixed relationships. No, I don't have a problem with it at all. It's perfectly fine. Like, for some people it might be an issue. Me, I don't see it an issue. Not at all. So, there's also related to Hunter with his powers, but it's a really good start for this series. And sadly put, a lot of the Sam Universe books got canceled after like just a couple years. Yeah. Sam Universe was written by Neil Gaiman. And basically, like, the whole thing was to basically do spin-offs of all these books. Now, Books of Magic lasted for 23 issues. Yep. Yeah, this is probably this is our first year of this universe, and basically all but Lucifer Land to last for basically 2 years. And why the book got canceled? COVID. And then pretty much afterwards it became limited series. Don't know why, but that's basically what happened. And after a while, this book was moved over to Black Label. And get this. So, the Sandman Universe House, it was announced just at the last Tampa Comic Con that, get this, this universe is going back to Vertigo because DC is bringing it back. I've heard a rumor the reason why that ended the first time. The reason I heard is that DC got a bit greedy and, well, they apparently didn't want the people who work on the Vertigo imprint to retain ownership of the characters. They want to own them themselves, which doesn't make any sense. Black Label, like, it's not a superhero, so I can't like own it, but yeah, I was a bit confused, but at least Sandman was completely untouched, so that was owned by Neil Gaiman. They got new stuff, and apparently when a new editor came on board, that's when basically, like, stuff basically fell apart. Okay, the last editor was a guy named Mark Doe, which I heard this guy basically was really bad at his job. Oh, yes, he was terrible at his job. To the point where he basically killed the imprint. Yeah. But I enjoy this book. Now, in case you're curious, though, how many trades collect this particular volume for Books Magic? For this one, per se? Oh, what 75 issue was, Oh, it was 75. But they didn't finish collecting it. Yeah, they didn't finish. Don't know why, but they never finished. So, Books of Magic. This one was collected in 3 books. Oh, the title of this one is called The Moveable Type. And in case you're curious, though, what book was published had the highest number of trades? Lucifer with 4. Everything else mostly had 3. Or 1 if they're lucky. Yep, so, yeah. Not much to say about this book. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. It was really good. I enjoyed it. Okay, so that's pretty much a particular review. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications, and do another segment. Well, that's pretty much it for videos tonight, so I'll see you all tomorrow for more videos for Middle Heroes and ReZero. Okay, next deal. Bye.